Alright everybody, so I just wanted to show what I did on Alpha 20, the Navigaine map, what I built and what I did with this. So I pretty much, over here, I think right here, somewhere in here, was where I started. So right off the bat, this playthrough, the first vendor it sent me to was this one, which was nice because I always build my base right here off of the tower. But I wanted to show what all I did this time around. So I started by putting this up as markers, kind of like an RP type of style. So if anybody needs to find the base, they can. So I set it up like this, and I'm going to go ahead and drive through here, and I'm going to go to the horde base first, and then show you the main base. And originally, I was going to build a pathway all the way down through here, but then I changed my mind because I just really didn't want to do all that. It would have taken me so long to build a pathway and having to go back to the base over and over again to get blocks. But this, however, I had to cover this up because this was one of the places that I dug down to get materials that I needed. So that's why that's there. But I do have an alternate way. If you see the two glowing torches up there, you can take your motorcycle through that area, and I built that just for convenience so that I could drive up to the base quicker than going around. But this area right here is like 4x4s, or like with the RP type of idea that I had, like big trucks and stuff coming with lots of survivors, they'll take this pathway here. And I also cleared out all the trees so it was easier to see and whatnot. Just follow the lights. That's how I have it set up. And then here's the horde base for horde night. And as you can see, there are mines and different things that I put down. I put these stones here so that I wouldn't drive any further in, so that I wouldn't accidentally blow myself up. There's another area that I dug down in. That's why that's covered. But over here, I have it set up so that I know that right here is safe for me to run across. But you still don't want to step down in there for obvious reasons. And then I have a whole bunch of spikes set up. I have this set up with a battery bank to turn that on. And then I have 2 battery banks for the lights and for these two. Then you go in here, hop up here, you jump over here, and then you have to have these on you so that you can actually get up here. And I set it this way on purpose. So you throw 2 blocks down to get up here. Put all these bars up so that the vultures couldn't get me while I was up here. And then you just pick these up, and now you're up here. And for me, the SMG is the best weapon in the game for me personally. I just think it's a well-rounded, really great weapon. So this is what I run, and then my backup weapon is this, the steel axe. And but everything else I just have here in my horde base. So everything else that I plan on using is in here. And obviously I have a bunch of exploding arrows and regular arrows and fire arrows for the compound bow. I have a bunch of pipe bombs, Molotov cocktails, grenades, and I also have the Desert Vulture and the tactical assault rifle, and not enough ammo yet, but I have 2 more days before the next horde night, I think. So I'll better prepare this before we get to it being time to worry about that. But then back here, I did not mean to fall on the spikes. I put this down. Now this is an RP type of thing as well. I decided that the horde base wasn't just going to be the horde base. It was also going to be designed as a backup regroup area. So let's say for RP, our main base over there gets attacked. Well, then how are we going to effectively deal with that? And so what I did was I built an underground bunker over here at the main base that connects to another building, and then I have a 4x4 truck sitting over there, and it'll probably never get used. It's just more like an RP type of thing. Like I said, role-playing what's the plan for if we get overran. And so for the outside of this, this used to just be the tower and a little outhouse that was there, and I built that into this garage here. And got me some trucks, set up some tools and stool and different things in here. And then put this door here. And then I got this inspiration from World War Z when they had like the fences everywhere so that zombies couldn't get in. So that's why this is here. Kind of make it look like, you know, the survivors pull in, get into the garage, and then come out through here. And then these chairs are basically just like a guard would be sitting there. A guard would be sitting there. We have this up here. 2 guards sitting here. I set this up. I have like laptops in different areas, different locations, so that they can interact with each other. Like what's going on at this base, what's going on at the main base, the horde base, the secondary location where you come out through the underground bunker, which I'll get to that in a minute. But I want to go up here and show what I did up here first. So I have this set up. You can, I basically put it as a railing, but you can easily step over and jump down in there. Because I have the, what's it called? The foot protection mod, impact bracing mod. So I can fall from pretty far up without hurting myself. But then I redid all of this. It was half burnt and whatnot. Cleared everything out in here and set all this stuff up. Made it look like it was like you were watching a TV. You could sit down. Have my refrigerator and stuff full of food and different things. All of my drinks, my medicines. And I also have medicines in the underground bunker, which, like I said, I'll get to that in a minute. And then the upstairs, got this stuff set up here. Got a little safe with a backup firearm and a bedroll. Some money that I've accumulated. Because basically how I play this game is I take and I go to a house or a building or something. And half the resources that I get, I pretty much just sell so I can get a bunch of money early on. And this is a bathroom, the tub. This will eventually have a lantern on top of it, but I just haven't built it yet. And out here, the vultures keep landing on this right here and breaking this. I keep having to repair this. But it's like, I couldn't think of an effective way or effective place to put SMG, because I wanted to put originally an SMG up on the top of the building and set up a bank, battery bank. And I might still do that, because I think I could put the battery bank on the side. But I'm worried about it like taking damage and whatnot. So I don't know if I want to do that or not. I don't know if I should even be worried about it. Because the only thing that ever gets up here is a vulture lands right here and destroys this like constantly. So that's the only thing that really happens up here. So I feel like it'd kind of be a little bit of a waste of resources. But I still might put it up there. But at the same time, I don't want to overwhelm myself with all these battery banks that I already have set up everywhere. What ones I'm going to leave on at certain times, what ones I'm going to turn off. So I don't want to overwhelm myself with too much of that. But then the garage, you have a way to get up and down through the garage. And so this is where most of the guards are going to be. They'll be able to look out through here from a lot of different directions. And then the only reason I built this low-hanging ceiling is in case it rains, like, because I'm just not a cruel person. I gotta have shelter for the imaginary guards that I have. But now we'll go down into the underground bunker and we'll see what I did down here. So we add a couple forges, couple gun safes, wall safe. I use this for the mods and the guns. I use this for all of the ammo. And I use this for all of the armor that I'm not going to use, just in case like other people want to come in here eventually and play on this server and whatnot. They can. And then this is all of the schematics that I found that I'm saving for whoever might want to use it when they jump in here. And then all of this stuff is to make first aid kits. So I save all this stuff, and then when I have enough of everything, I'll make first aid kits with it. And all of the standard materials, all the stuff that I've made that I'm not going to use, but I didn't want to throw out in case I decided to build somewhere else. I'll save like this stuff that I made, and save a few of the dyes for anybody that wants them. And then this stuff obviously is for making beer and goldenrod tea and red tea with the chrysanthemum, and then the cotton is for making cloth so that I can make first aid kits, because that's mainly what I use the cloth for now. And then this end area is just all the building materials, really, and different materials that I can use to make better building materials. And then here's the garden stuff, and the paints. And then my garden right here. And then go through here and down here. This is the underground bunker. That's just a mining area. I'm eventually going to mine over to where I know that there is iron going further that way. But I wanted to make a door there just in case, like, in an RP type of situation, like role-playing, like the zombies in one of the Resident Evil movies, they, like, dug down into the ground, were able to come up through the basement or something like that. So I just put that there as just like a additional safety method. But over here is the underground bunker. You go down here, I have this stuff set up looking like this guy's keeping a lookout on what's going on above, because a horde comes and overruns this place. Then most of the people come down here, and then some of the people try to fight off the horde upstairs, and if they can't, then everybody ends up down here. And if the zombies figure out a way to get down here, then this and get to this door and start trying to knock this door down, then you come down through here, and we have a secondary exit right here. And so you walk through here, and you have a set of stairs. And so then this is the escape plan. And then get to the horde base, regroup with your friends, and then come back and try to retake the base. That's essentially the concept and the idea for it. And then if you go out here, I also have a gyrocopter set up, and I have because you have to drive the gyrocopter a little ways before it'll fly. So I made this so that you could fly off with it. So this is a secondary location to get out of the main base if it gets overran. And I spent hours and hours building all these spikes that I wanted to put everywhere. And I do have safety things set up. So I have this space here just so I can walk through here without getting stabbed. And then all around the main base, I have a bunch of sandbags. And I kind of got tired of making sandbags, and so I switched to this, which ended up being pretty cool. I made it look like a horde came at one point in time and damaged this whole area, which is why I still left the original gate fence that used to be there. I left some of it there to make it look like it used to be originally a gate, but it got attacked and destroyed. And then that's when we put up the cobblestone protection barrier. And, you know, like that, I put that there to make it look like it got damaged by a horde. Just, you know, adding a little RP to it, a little role-playing. And down through here, a whole bunch of spikes. And then a couple jack-o'-lanterns out here. But then you come back in here, And I have a couple shotguns set up, so all I got to do is turn those on there. I have a couple SMGs set up down here on the corner here and down there. And then back to the underground bunker once again. I have this set up so that we have some showers going in here. So there's the showers. We have the monitor room and some backup weapons in case we need them. Which, as I play the game more, I'll upgrade all of these to like level 6s, including the pistol up in the tower. But these are supposed to represent the main base, what's going on above the underground bunker, like in between the main base and the exit area to get out of the main base if the horde overwhelms us. And then this is like the horde base, what's going on over there. So this person can relay messages to all different kinds of people that, like the person guarding the horde base, the person guarding the exit area, which I'll get to that, and the person that's in the main base, letting them know, hey, this is going on and whatnot. But then we also have an alternate backup where this person here can get information directly from the main base, because the reason I set that up is this person might be concentrating on, okay, we got to get all the survivors out of here. We got to get them to the secondary location to get them exited out of this base to get to the horde base. So he'll be relaying messages saying, hey, get the horde base ready. We got to evacuate this area temporarily. And so while this person is interacting with the person above on the main base, letting them know exactly what's going on, relaying messages saying, hey, yeah, we're overwhelmed, we're going to have to evacuate, or just hold tight for a little bit, we might be able to push them back and or wipe them out. And so then he can relay messages vocally, just walk over here and relay the message to that person. And so that person can relay the message to the horde base immediately. And they could be talking back and forth, or have somebody walking back and forth sending them messages. So that was the whole concept. I wanted 2 different ways to relay messages in case you had something like that where you had to execute a bunch of orders really, really, really quickly. But then here we got a bathroom. We also have a bathroom here next to the showers. And then the main part where everybody's sleeping quarters are all of these doors. Then I set up a bunch of different things, like people would be sitting down and eating, drinking fountain, stuff like that. And, refrigerator, all this stuff here. I got some canned food in here, some food in here, some drinks in there. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I wanted to also show in here, there's always going to be a guard in each one of the main parts of these buildings. So I have this set up here. So this guy's getting messages, or he's relaying messages, because sometimes this place can be attacked and it needs to be defended as well. And so he can relay a message saying, hey, this part is being attacked. So that's all I really wanted to show. Maybe it'll give you guys some ideas, some concepts to think about. I really enjoy the crafting part of this game, and consider picking it up and messing around with the crafting. And if you want to play crafting mainly only crafting, there's a cheat mode for this game. You can literally turn it on in the advanced menu. If you just want to mess around with what you are actually capable of doing. And I have covered a video on a certain item that you can get that you can't get in the actual game, so you might want to experiment with stuff like that as well. But yeah, this is my base and my horde base all the way down there, and that's all I really wanted to show you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one, all right? Later.